Good morning. You're watching Traders Next Door. I'm your host, Edgar Katashabe from Forex Insights SA, and this is the latest scoop. Now, social media famous trader Donvo, one of the most followed and respected traders in the game, has found himself in some recent controversy. Donvo, who previously boasted a really high win rate, going on the Words of Wisdom podcast to show off his 54 trade win rate in a row, has recently come under fire with some recent events. Now, Donvo and Blueberry Markets came together and formed a MAM account. What a MAM account is, a multi-account manager type structure. This was done under Blueberry's infrastructure, and what this allows for is for a trader to hold a master account and other traders to then open their own accounts linked to this master account. So whenever Donvo places a trade, the trader's account automatically places the trade. This is normally done as some kind of investment opportunity. If you have a really good trader in charge of the master account, this can prove quite fruitful. The way it was structured is individuals needed to invest at least $5,000 into account, but reportedly some people invested as much as $50,000 to $100,000 in these accounts. Now, with Donvo's previous experience being on YouTube trading live for the last 4 years, boasting these massive win streaks, being a trusted name in the game, what could go wrong? You invest your money, you make a whole bunch, everybody wins. And it was proving very fruitful at first. At one point, the account was up 63% in a single month. But that, however, was perhaps the first red flag of things to go wrong. Now, if you're a seasoned trader, you know 63% in a single month is an extraordinary return. Something that is extremely difficult to do without the use of very, very poor risk management structures. So it was safe to say that any experienced trader looking at that portfolio would know that disaster would be soon around the corner. But how big of a disaster, no one could have seen coming. Suddenly, over the course of 3 days and over 300 trades, 95% of the capital was gone. Donvo had blown multiple people's accounts. Some of the investors crying out that they had put up to $50,000 into that account, and that was their entire life savings until that point. So this is a massive catastrophe. An estimated $1 to $3 million of investor funds was lost over the course of over 4,590 pips lost in the span of about 3 days. That is a massive, massive blow up that Don has caused. And it is a stark departure from how Don usually conducts himself. Don is normally someone who trades live. He's built up a very big and great reputation over the last few years, preaching risk management, preaching strategy, preaching sensible trading for the last 4 years. So this kind of behavior is such a drastic departure from his usual MO that some people have alleged that this must have been intentional. Roger Banks has gone on a statement saying that Donvo and Blueberry Markets likely did this as an intentional rug pull. One Twitter user even hypothesized that the original plan from the get-go must have been to use Donvo's name and fame to generate as much investment into the MAM account as possible. Some people have reported as much as 150 individual users joined in, all ranging from $5,000 to $100,000 invested in, totaling approximately $3 million estimatedly. Now, what they would do now is Donvo would intentionally crash this using as many trades as possible to rack up commissions for Blueberry Markets, and then would quickly rug pull likely a 50% split between Donvo and Blueberry Markets. And that is what some people have hypothesized and alleged must have been the case because of how out of the ordinary this kind of trading was for Donvo and for any sensible trader in general. Now, obviously, that kind of move would inquire some kind of legal action. The Ontario Trade Commission is seen as one of the most ruthless and cutthroat trade commissions globally. But some people allege that it would be easy to avoid them if Donvo was to move to a country without the extraditionary agreement with Canada. And with the amount of money he's just walked away from, it is plausible that that might have happened. Now, all of these are alleged. None of these have been confirmed, but it does stand to reason that this is a likely possibility of what could have happened given the nature of how this has gone on. Now, Donvo himself has not put out any official statements. He has gone on to delete multiple of his social media accounts, deleted his Discord. He has gone ghost, which a lot of his fans are seeing as a massive betrayal because Donvo has spent a lot of time building up his name, building up his reputation, and for it to all crumble in the manner of 3 days is a tragedy. So it's left to be seen whether Donvo is going to stand up for his actions. Blueberry Markets has also not put out an official statement to the public as of yet. So we're eagerly awaiting to see how this ongoing story unfolds. But this is a cautionary tale to all the traders out there. Just because a trader is famous, just because they are well known, just because they have a good reputation, does not necessarily mean they have your best interests at heart and that they cannot utterly financially ruin you. So this is something we can take on to the local trading space as well. There's some very famous SA traders who will make no qualms about doing the exact same treatment to you. So with your trading going forward this week, be careful who you trust. I've been Edgar Katashabe. This has been Traders Next Door, and you have heard the Daily Scoop.